Satguru Mata Savinder Hardev Ji Maharaj Ki Jai. Dear Saints, what an amazing opportunity it is to be here, to be sitting amongst the saints. And Saints, I was asked to share a few words about my recent trip to South Africa. As we just heard, Brother Jitin Bhattiaji. Saints, with the divine blessings of Satguru Mataji, I had this opportunity to travel to South Africa. Saints, to Johannesburg, to Durban, to Cape Town. And Saints, be part and parcel of the 3-day Samagam that had taken place. And Saints, when I first went there, a lot of my friends had said to me, South Africa is a country which is such and such. South Africa, we have heard this about this country, we have heard that. And Saints, the first person I asked, have you been there? When did you go there? And Saints, they said, I only saw this on the TV. And Saints, the next person said that do not go because it's a country where you must look after yourself. And Saints, then to the second person I asked that, have you been? Give me some guidance, give me some advice. And Saints, they also said that we only heard on the radio, or we had some friends that had gone once upon a time. And Saints, I realized that Saints, whoever I spoke to, no one had actually been to this country and seen it with their own physical eyes. They had not experienced this country. And Saints, with the divine blessings, I got the opportunity to travel to South Africa. And Saints, what I had heard was completely different to what I actually saw with my own eyes. And Saints, it proved the point that Saints, only Nirankari can give you this vision. Only once you have seen with your own eyes this Nirankari, Saints, whatever it be, whether that experience stem from your own experience, Saints, only then do we have the right to say that I have done this or I have seen that. And Saints, the opportunity to be in South Africa on this 3-day Samagam, Saints, was such an incredible blessing that I got to see things that I have never seen in my life. And Saints, I could only have dreamt of. Saints, in South Africa, the first time I walked into the Sadh Sangat, Saints, there were only a few saints. And when I walked in, the setting of the hall was such that it was a hired hall and it was actually a gym. And the gym had to be converted into a satsang hall. And Saints, just seeing that transformation from just a simple gym room, a simple 4 walls, into something that was ready, that was fit for Satguru, Saints. And Saints, when I saw that, the thought that came to my mind is that when I was younger, I always wanted to know what it was like to have experienced what it was like in the times of Shencha Baba Avtar Singh Ji Maharaj. And Saints, when I went to South Africa, this is what I saw. Because Saints, when I saw the love, when I saw each of the saints with each other. Saints, I realized that today my vision has come true, that I had that dream, and that dream came true, that I wanted to see it with my own eyes. And saints, to the point where there were two saints, two local saints, African saints. In the history of South Africa, there has been the apartheid. And saints, two different races did not mix. And saints, this was the first time that I got to see a Caucasian person and an African person both doing namaskar to each other. And saints, in that moment, I just cried, because what I saw was, this was the work of Satguru. And saints, this is what Satguru wants. And I realized that as a seed is planted, and is planted in a garden, the roots, that plant will, or the tree will grow in that garden for a certain period of time. But saints, over time, the roots will penetrate into the ground. Saints, the roots will start to penetrate, and it won't recognize the boundaries. Saints, it won't recognize the fences. And saints, the roots will continue to carry on through the soil. And saints, I realized that this vision that started with Satguru Baba Butta Singh Ji Maharaj, who planted that seed, and then where Shansha Baba Avtar Singh Ji formalized this mission, and Satguru Baba Gurbachan Singh Ji Maharaj took the torch, and saints, sent the saints to all over the globe, to every single corner of the globe. And saints, where Satguru Baba Hardev Singh Ji Maharaj allowed that net that was cast by Baba Gurbachan Singh Ji to sit. As a fisherman goes out to sea, he lets the net sit. And saints, it was Baba Gurbachan Singh Ji Maharaj that cultivated the youth, that cultivated the Sad Sangat. And saints, trained us directly. And saints, today, it is without a shadow of a doubt that Sadguru Mataji, saints, as was asked of us, to stand shoulder to shoulder. Saints, this was not just a request. Saints, this was a commandment. And saints, this commandment is now, the training that we were given directly is now, we need to go into execution mode. So saints, I ask for your blessings, that may I always stay at your holy feet. And Satguru Mataji, I ask for your blessings, that may I always remember this almighty formless Nirankar. And saints, and Satguru Mataji, I remember that you are Nirankar. Satsang ji pyaan nal kehna,
Nirankar ji.